Hi, welcome back to Clarinet Lessons. This is lesson 2. Today we're going to be talking about how to make our first sounds and play our first notes. So we're going to start with talking about our posture, our embouchure. We talked about is our mouth in lesson 1, and I'm going to teach you some fingerings on how to play a few different notes today. Okay, let's get started. So it's important to sit up nice and tall on the edge of your seat with your feet flat on the ground. You're going to bring your clarinet up to you, and remember the bell of your clarinet is going to go to about the level of your knees if your knees are at a 90-degree angle from the ground, and the bell will go maybe just a little bit out. So the bottom of the bell, this part right here, will probably be around where your knees are. So it's going to be out a little bit, probably like that. Okay? As far as the embouchure is that fancy French word that means our mouth. And so that's going to be where our clarinet comes to our mouth. So the bottom part, the reed here, is going to go on the bottom lip. And remember, your teeth never touch the reed. So I like to say it's kind of like grandpa face, no teeth. But you're not going to roll in your lip that much, just a little bit. Enough so it's covering your teeth. Okay? So the reed, about halfway down the reed right there, is going to rest on that bottom lip. Top teeth rest on the mouthpiece. Your mouth is going to go about halfway down the slanted part, so you want to bite down on the top right about there. Don't bite down hard, but just rest your teeth there. Okay? So your mouth will look like this. Okay? Then we talked about the right hand in lesson 1. It goes on the bottom of the clarinet. So your thumb is going to go, right thumb, under what we call the thumb rest right here. So you just kind of rest it just like that. Okay? Nice and easy. Just rest there. That's going to help us balance it. Left hand is on top, and that's really important that left hand is on top. Now for the fingers, left thumb is going to go over this back hole here. Okay? I keep mine at an angle a little bit because eventually you're going to want to hit this key too. So I kind of have it so I can roll it onto that key or just hit the hole. Okay? Left hand goes over the holes, pointer finger over that first ring, middle finger over that next ring, and then your ring finger is going to be over that hole that doesn't have a ring. 1, 2, 3. Right hand, just line up on the rings. 1, 2, 3. Now it's very important that you're using that flat part of your finger, not the tip of the finger. If the hole isn't covered all the way, you're not going to get out a sound. So one way you can tell is if you push down really hard, if your finger's in the right spot, you should see a little ring on your finger right there. Yeah, on that flat part. Okay? So again, if you hear something like, and you're blowing really hard and it feels like it's stuck, probably because the fingers aren't covering the holes all the way. Okay, so now let's talk about some notes. Today we're not going to be reading any notes on music, we're just going to learn a few notes how to play, and then in the next lesson we'll talk about how to read the notes. Alright, so the first note I'm going to teach you is called a G. G is what we call an open tone note, an open note. No keys are pushed down, so you basically, if you're just blowing through the clarinet and holding the clarinet without pushing down any keys, that's a G. Okay, give that a try. Needs lots of air. Remember your embouchure. You might have to rewatch this video a few times to get comfortable knowing where your mouth is going to go. Okay, so remember your steps. Bottom lip rolled over the teeth. Teeth on top. Lots of air. Open note. And we play a G. Lots of air. Nice deep breath. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to use the tip of your tongue, and your tongue is going to flick the reed like a ta, a T sound, ta. And we're going to do that and hold the note. Okay, then we're going to try a short note. Okay, go ahead and try some of those. Then we're going to try a long note, still remembering to say ta. So you might want to pause and practice that a bit. Now if you're not getting any sound out, that's okay. Keep trying, keep adjusting your embouchure. You can look in a mirror and see what your mouth is doing. Okay? Try not to let the cheeks come out. We don't want to go. We want to keep those cheeks in. Okay? Now we're going to do another note. We're going to talk about F. The note F. In music, we use an alphabet, A through G. So there's 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so for F, as we go down the alphabet, so it goes G, F, E, D. It's going backwards in the alphabet. As we go higher, it goes A, B, C, D. It gets higher up. It goes alphabetically. So as we're going down, we're going to go down to F. It's a lower note. We're going to add a finger. So as we add a finger, the note's going to go lower. Okay, so we have an F. We're going to add that thumb, just covering that hole. That's it. So nothing is pushed down here. You can hold it to balance it. Your fingers will hover over the keys. And we're going to have that F. Okay? We'll try some short notes. Let's do 4 short notes. Ready, play. Okay, and now a long note. Okay, so we have G, F, just adding one finger. Now we're going to try going back and forth. G, F, G, F. And if you can do that, that's amazing. If not, keep practicing. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks to really get this going. All right, and if you have questions, you can always reach out for a private lesson. I'm happy to help you make an adjustment if you're not getting the sound out, to figure out why that's happening. Okay, let's do the next note. The next note we're going to talk about is an E, and we're going down, reverse alphabetically. G, F, E. So as we play the E, we're just going to add one more finger. So your thumb is already down. You're going to add the first finger. So kind of like you're pinching like a crab, you're going to push down these 2 fingers. G, F, adds the thumb. E, we're going to add that finger. Okay, so that's our E, just 2 fingers down. Let's try 4 short E's. Ready, play. Okay, now a long E. Ready, breathe. Okay. A fun little game that you can play, take out your stopwatch and see how long you can hold a note. Can you hold it for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5, maybe even up to 10? That's a really good way to practice your air control and pushing out those notes. Okay, so we talked about G, F, E. Let's do 2 more notes. I think we can do 2 more notes, okay? Now, it's okay if you don't remember all these. We will review them a lot in our upcoming videos. But today, I'm just going to show you the first 5 notes. Okay, so as we go down, we're going to add 1 more note. So now we add the middle finger, and that's called a D. See the pattern? G, F, E, D. We're getting closer to A. Now, this one gets trickier because as we add fingers, we got to make sure that all the holes are covered. Okay, 2 in the front, thumb in the back. This is our D. Okay. Can you hear the pitch getting lower? Let's do 4 short D's. Now let's try a long D. Okay. We're going to go down to C. Now this note is probably the hardest one in the beginning. So if you don't get it out and you're getting the other ones out, but this one doesn't come out, don't feel stressed. That's totally normal. It's a weird finger to try to cover that hole. Okay, got to cover that hole all the way. C. 1, 2, 3 in the front, thumb in the back. Okay, let's try 4 short C's. And now our long C. All right. So those are the first 5 notes: G, F, E, D, C. Keep practicing those different sounds, just adding a finger, okay, each time. And if you want to just focus on one note, that's great. G, open G is a good one to start with because you don't have to worry about the fingers. It's just getting that sound out. If you can do that, the next step, which this is more advanced, but you can try it, is you can try switching notes. And I just added one finger at a time going down. If I want to go backwards, if I want to go higher, I can start with all my fingers and lift one at a time in order going up. So those are the first 5 notes on the clarinet, and that's all we're going to talk about today because that takes some time to practice. So again, feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to schedule a lesson and talk about it further to help you get further along in your clarinet playing. And I hope you check out my video next time for lesson 3, where we're going to look at reading some notes and playing a song. All right, thanks for watching.